So,
Hello, can you hear me, please?
yes, we can hear you. Please make sure your background, there is no noise so that we can clearly get your content.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Esther Ina. I didn't join from the onset, but I
Okay.
want to make some inquiries. Please, I'm a diploma registered nurse. I currently have
Miss, I, but there is a problem in your
diploma
now.
and I've worked for 5 years.
Okay, so is to say he has in registered nursing now, and then she also has a 5-year experience in the practice. So she's an enrolled nurse. And so, for such a student, what is the possibility of accepting them for the nursing program if they are to go for that? I hope that is the question, Miss. And if you want to leave the group, the meeting and rejoin, I think it will be quite better. So try that and let's see if that is going to work. Please, right after this, Mavis, you make your question ready. Yes.
Yes, that's
So,
my
ma'am,
question. But I'm not
All right.
an enrolled. I'm a diploma registered nurse.
Okay, a diploma readiness. All right. So you're asking for the possibility of the admission for you as well, right?
Yes, and then if I'm giving the admission, am I still schooling for 3 years?
Where are you speaking from? Which country did you have your diploma education?
I'm from Ghana, and I'm currently practicing in Ghana.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Your question is noted. Ma'am, would you want to take the question right away?
I think there are some internet connection issues. I'm not sure if I heard the question, but all students who have their secondary school diploma, who completed their high school, their secondary school successfully, can apply for this program. And it is a 3-year program.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the exact question was.
Let me follow up for the lady has already a high school diploma or what we call
Mr. Roxon, sorry to interrupt you. Brother, your voice is breaking. We cannot hear you.
Yes, we cannot hear you. Maybe you can write a question down. Okay, I can hear another. I can see another question in the chat, so I can answer that one. As I said, the requirement to enroll is to pass the entrance exam. So if you have completed your secondary school, the thing we need is your high school diploma, and with that, and if you pass the entrance exam, you can enroll in our program.
Right. Am I on now? My voice.
It's still breaking somehow.
So that means you can clearly. Is that the case?
No, your voice is still breaking, so I cannot hear you clearly. But I see another question here about postgraduate opportunities available. Actually, thank you for your question, Enoch. We are currently in the process of accrediting the same program, nursing program, but at a master's level. It would be a 2-year program, and we expect it to be accredited in English towards the end of the year. So there will be the opportunity once you finish your undergraduate nursing program to pursue master's degree in English as well. Oh, Ms. Now I'm reading your question. It is the same number of years. So for everyone, it is the same. It is 3 years of studying for the undergraduate program. And then, as I said, we are currently in process of accrediting English language master's degree in nursing. Opportunities for work after school. You mean if you are referring to working during your studies, we as an institution do not place any restrictions on that. It all depends on your visa requirements. So in general, when you come to Serbia and when you get your temporary residence permit, you will have a note on that permit stating the number of hours you are permitted to work. And since our theoretical classes are not mandatory, you can then combine work and studies. But the important thing to have in mind is that practice is mandatory. But our students get all the information about practice before the practice starts, in general 20 days before the practice starts, so they can organize and they can combine their work and their practical classes as well. Then I can see Amis's question about the initial fee to pay. So the tuition fee is 3,900 euros. And before that, you also pay 50 euros for the entrance exam. And then regarding this 3,900 euros, you can pay it in installments. And there is a refund. We do have a refund policy in case you don't get your visa approved, for example. You are entitled to receive a refund of the tuition fee that you paid up to that moment. So all the students, all the candidates who completed their high school in English and who are native speakers do not need an additional English language proficiency certificate. So regarding the installments for the school fee, you can check with our partner agency. As for the transfer to the institution, I'm reading Anita's question. So the important thing to have in mind is that we are a professional or applied college. So, for example, if you started academic studies at a university, it is not possible to transfer to our institution because we offer applied and professional studies, not academic studies. So you would need to start from the first year in that case. And if you are studying in a professional college, there might be an opportunity, but under certain circumstances, we need to have a minimum number of candidates who want to transfer from another professional college, a minimum of 10 people. And we also need to do a thorough analysis of the curriculums and study programs at that institution. And then we can decide if the transfer is possible or not. Regarding Mavis's question, can a student travel with the family member? This is a question for visa specialists, and I'm not a visa specialist. So maybe another colleague can address this question, or you can check with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Serbia.
Let me answer that question. No, Serbia doesn't provide spouse visas, so you cannot travel with the family members.
Yes, please. Is there any other question?
Enoch, the answer is no.
Okay, so let me come in here with the answer for the proof of fund and all of that. So yes, starting with Enoch, the question is that you cannot travel with your family, right? Because that would require that you have a spousal visa or something of that sort. But if you read the legislature for the Serbian country, if you are a student and you are already studying there, you have enough funds in your account, you can apply for a family reunion, union visa for somebody who wants to come and visit you. The person will come and visit you for a stipulated number of months, and the person would have to return, right? So that is a possible thing, but traveling with a person together, that is not a possibility in this regard. So those of you who would want your probably your family members to visit you and all of that, after you've settled, you've gotten your resident permit, right, which is a very important thing, and then also you have enough funds in your account, you can apply for the family union visa. That also you can read it even online. Then the other part is the proof of fund. So, EMIS, as an agency, we handle everything about the visa. The university or the college doesn't do that. So when it comes to the visa, we handle it from A to Z, and everything is done for you, even in Serbia. Talking about the nostrification, translation, attestation of document, everything is done by us. We have a robust team in Serbia that does all of that. So the next thing you would be required to do is to courier your document, original document, to Serbia when the visa processes start, right? And then everything will be done for you. Once your visa is approved, you receive an email from the Republic of Serbian Embassy in your country, and then you submit your passport for the visa sticking or stamping, and then you are ready to travel to Serbia, right? So when it comes to the proof of fund, there is no proof of fund, unlike other countries where you need to show some amount of money and all of that. Here, all you need to do is you've paid your at least a part of your tuition fee, right? The other miscellaneous fees, such as the visa processing fee, the notification, those fees that are required for the process, you've done that. We will use that and do the process. Whilst we are doing it, it doesn't require you to provide any proof of fund, right? So Serbia would exempt you from that. And another thing is regarding the entrance exam, I do of the subject and makeup of the exam questions. I think, Alex, you joined late. So, ma'am, if you could reiterate that particular aspect, the composition of the exam questions, and then also those who are eligible to take the exam. Yeah.
Sure, no problem. So regarding the entrance exam, all students take the entrance exam in basics of nursing. And you are all provided with a workbook with questions to practice for the entrance exam. Before the entrance exam, there are 200 multiple choice questions, and you get also answer keys. So you know the correct answer and you can prepare. And then out of those 200 questions, we choose 30 questions for the entrance exam. And you need around 20% correct answers in order to pass the exam. It is around 6 correct answers out of 30 to pass the entrance exam.
All right. Thank you very much.
Also, Anita asked about whether the studies are more theoretical or practical. The focus is on practice. 60% of the practice makes up around 60% of our curriculum. So, of course, there will be theoretical classes, but the focus is on the practical part.
And then also she added that if you would want to take part-time jobs, remember that the practical aspects are mandatory. The theoretical aspects, you can exempt some of them just based on the knowledge and your understanding of everything, how you would be able to manage your academics and then also the job that you find to do, right? So that is it. And then Anita, are there student jobs that can use to support ourselves while studying? Anita, let me say yes, with the support that we have a team in Serbia that is willing to help you with the job opportunities in Belgrade whilst you are studying, right? So we'll be supporting you. And then also that would also mean that when you get there, you don't go and then you sit aloof, right? If you really want a job to do, you also be cooperative, and then also together we'll be able to assist you find a job to do. Belgrade happens to be a very commercialized city in all of Serbia. That is the first capital city of Serbia. So it is allowed, the government allows that, and then you are being allowed 20 hours per week to do some part-time jobs, right? So that is a possibility for you. And then also, Mavis has asked for the tuition deposit done before the visa approval. So Mavis, with this particular aspect, right, we will be having another session to discuss with you. Okay, so I've been intimated that the number of hours you can work per week in Serbia is 40 hours, not 20. So that is a greater advantage for those of you who really want to take advantage of part-time jobs, right? Yes, and then the salary starts from 600 euros to 1,200 euros. That is the starting salary in Belgrade, right, for you. So that is going to be an advantage for you. So let me come back to the tuition deposit, because we want you to feel very much confident in the entire process, right? Out of your tuition fee, the university is going to give you a flexibility of paying them in either 2 or 3 term installment plan. Okay, 2 or 3 term installment plan. So after the exam, if you are somebody who would be going for nursing or physiotherapy, I believe Masters in Public Health or healthcare program doesn't require the exam. I hope that is correct.
Exactly,
right.
Yes.
So,
But as I
those,
mentioned, it is still, the recognition process is still in progress. So it's important for
Right.
students to have that in mind as well.
Right, good. So if you are going for the nursing or physiotherapy, then the exam is mandatory. After the exam, and then you have passed, you receive an invoice for you to make a part of your tuition fee. What we have done is that we've broken down the fees into these columns, that the first deposit out of your tuition fee is 650 euros. Now, this 650 euros is just to deposit to start your visa process, and then other fees that you're supposed to pay for the processing, right? So this 650 is out of your total tuition fee. And then after your visa, you can choose to pay the remaining fees. So if you are going for nursing and you are paying 3,900 for the first year, right? And then you get your invoice for the initial invoice, you're supposed to pay 650. It means that after your visa, you can pay the remaining 3,250. Or you can divide that 3,250 into 2, pay half of it. When you get to campus, you pay the remaining. Right? So that can be also a flexible plan for you. So you don't need to pay all of that at a go, just as it has been indicated. And this is Balong Sibiri. He's asking if the institution allow online learning for masters in public health. Ma'am.
Yes, Balong. So since practical classes are mandatory. You need to be here physically to complete them. So yes, theoretical classes are not mandatory, and we have online materials, but you need to be here to do the practice, which is a great part of our programs because the focus is on practice. So it is not possible to do it fully online.
Right, thank you. I hope, Balong, you are clear with the answer. Yes, thank you. Please, any other? If you have any other question, please do ask. If your microphone is also okay, you can speak as well. You unmute yourself and then you speak to us.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, please, I just joined recently and I would like to ask, is the admission still on for the nursing program? And what are the costs? Like, what is the budget for everything from the visa processes to tuition fees and any other miscellaneous fees?
So I can
yes, please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, let me speak about the nursing part. So the tuition fee for the first year is 3,900 euros. It's a promotional price that we are having right now, Muslim. And since it is a 3-year program, for the second year, the price is 4,000 euros, and for the third year, 4,100 euros. So 100 euros more each year. But this can be paid in installments. Apart from that fee, there are several other fees. The entrance exam fee is 50 euros. And then the enrollment fee is 150 euros that you pay once you pass the entrance exam and in the process of enrollment. And then on our website, you can see other fees that applied. For example, since we need in English proficiency certificate for you to study, since this is an English taught program, if you do not have a certificate, we can organize an online exam to assess your English language level. And this is, for example, this is optional, but it costs another 50 euros. And also for exam taking, once you start, before you take your first exam, you need to pay 15 euros, so 15 euros. And within that price, you have the opportunity to take exams 3 times, so you have 3 attempts. And then for from the 4th attempt, each exam costs 30 euros. So this is also another fee that you can check on our website. And this is pretty much all. Since you require a uniform for your practice, you can, if you decide to buy a uniform via ICEPS, it costs you around 60-70 euros, but you can also buy a uniform in a pharmacy. So it doesn't need to be with us. So these are the prices in general, the fees.
All right. I hope the student is clear. Are you clear with the summary that she has given?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I was very clear about the summary of the piece. And I would like to ask something. If you are a holder of BSc in macrobiology.
Oh, you're talking about, it is about master's degree.
Yes, it is possible to...
The information that I gave you, just for you to know, is for undergraduate studies.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So for a holder of BSc in macrobiology, is it possible to be considered in any master's program like public health or health management?
Yes, it might be possible. We will provide more information about that, but yes, for our nursing master's degree, and which is still in process of accrediting in English. But we expect it to be accredited soon towards the end of the year. I hope that answers your question, Muslim.
Yeah, so for now, there is a master's degree in health management. Is it accredited in English for now?
It is in the process of accrediting in English. We have it in Serbian, but when you want to accredit a program in English, it takes some time, several months. So we are now in process of finishing the accreditation in English.
Okay,
But
okay.
the only studies that we currently have accredited in English is our bachelor's level program in nursing for 3 years.
Okay, okay. Thank you for your response.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So let me chip in by saying that if you joined lately, you are not at a disadvantage end, right? Right after this meeting, try your best. Contact us. I've left the contact of the directors of Steady Right Educational Consult. Reach out to any of them. If you are even in doubt, reach out, share your documents. We will have to do a preliminary verification or eligibility check with the university first to see if you would be accepted before you can even start with your application, right? So that you don't waste your time and even money on anything, right? So that is one of the best things we are doing for you. So please be patient and then just reach out. Currently, admissions are ongoing and the intakes are 2 for December and February. For the December intake, the deadline is 30th November. And then for the February intake, the deadline is going to be in December, right? So you just keep these timelines there. We will try as much as possible to be furnishing you with much information as time goes on so that you'll be much abreast. So let's come back to the questions. We are having Miss Anita asking another question here. So, Mom, you pay attention to this one. So, according to her, she likes traveling. And so, as she's going to study in Serbia, we should be getting the opportunity to travel to other neighboring countries during holidays with a Serbian visa in that regard. She also has a Nigerian passport. So, if you can share some light on this for her.
With the Nigerian passport, to be honest, I am not sure. Maybe Tivari knows more about this. If you're able to, I know that you need a visa to enter Serbia, but once you get your temporary residence permit, I'm not sure, Tivari, if you know if they will be able to, with that one, to travel to other neighboring countries. We as Serbians, we do not need, of course, we can travel freely to all the neighboring countries, but I'm not sure about the foreigners.
Yeah, Lubica. So it's not possible with the TRC. You can only stay in Serbia. If you want to go to another countries, you need to apply a visa. So when you have the TRC, definitely by holding that TRC, you can apply any visas, but you cannot travel anywhere with the TRC.
All right. Thank you very much. I hope Anita is clear with this. Let's come to Miss Kangai. Will one get a nursing license from Serbia after graduation?
So after graduation, you are fully prepared to work. You have the opportunity to work in Serbia or abroad, as I mentioned, or you have the opportunity to pursue a master's degree, for example, if you're interested to continue your studies. As I mentioned, our program is aligned with the EU programs and curriculum. But of course, you have to have in mind that each country has its own regulations and their own rules. So you might need some extra steps to be able to pursue your career in another country. But with the diploma, as such, you are fully prepared, especially because of the great amount of practice that you have, and you're learning from best professionals here in Serbia, and you're practicing in some of the best healthcare institutions, so you will definitely be prepared to enter the workforce with your diploma.
All right. So the answer would be that they will have the license to practice in Serbia, if that is correct.
Yes.
All right. So, Emis, I hope your question is answered here. And then also we have Emis asking, and also how do you support placement of jobs in other countries after graduation? That question.
In other countries, as I said, you would really need to check other opportunities and the exact regulations that they have, because there isn't an international, a certificate that can work everywhere, because each country and each university has its own autonomy, their own rules. But we really give you the necessary preparation, so that even if you want to find a job in another country, you will be very well equipped to do so. We actually have students that now work in foreign countries, and some of them took maybe some additional exams, or there you really have to have in mind, for example, the language proficiency. For example, if you want to work in Germany, for the students who want to work in Germany, as far as I know, you need a certain level of German language. So that's why I'm talking about these extra steps that you need to have in mind.
All right. So I think the first thing that you need to keep in mind that one, you'll be given the license that can help you practice in Serbia. And then if you want to explore other countries, then you also need to look at their requirement. Just as she mentioned, for Germany, you need the German English language proficiency, at least B2. That is the norm that we all know, right? Great. And Anita has come again with a question that, can she practice in Serbia or other EU countries after the NCLEX exam? Anita, NCLEX exam is required for practicing in the US, right? So the license that you'll be given in Serbia is for you to practice in Serbia. However, I know that this license is recognized in some EU countries, right? So Germany is one of them, that the license would be required there, or it is recognized there. However, some requirements such as the language proficiency, you need to take notice of them. But if you want to practice in the US, then the NCLEX is required, right? Yeah, you don't take the NCLEX exam and its license to come and practice in Serbia. That is not the requirement for Serbia, right? But as a student taking advantage of the Serbian education, you directly get a Serbian license for as a nurse to practice in Serbia, and then also other EU countries as well, right? So if you have any follow-up question, you bring it up. So as we are wrapping up, we've shared our contact details here. You do well to reach out to us, as we will be handling all your application, admission, the visa processes. And of course, I've seen a question where the person is asking of whether the agency will be taking some payment for helping the student. Yes, we will be taking some service charge for helping you. And then I believe we've already shared all the processes with you, including the visa, the amount you'll be paying for the visa process, the entire nostrification, the translation that we will be doing in Serbia for you. In that case, you don't do anything in your respective country, right? We handle all of that in Serbia for you. So it's more of a premium kind of service that we render to you, the student. And definitely you are going to also pay our service. But the service charge that we are charging you is only paid after your visa is received, when we see that you've gotten the success and then you are about to study, you're about to travel to Serbia to study. So yes, we will be able to interact with you more even after this session. And then also we will organize other sessions like this for you so that you get more clarified on the necessary steps to take. So if you are ready, please, you reach out to us to start your application process. The last person is asking, after 3 years of study, are we awarded BSc degree or equivalent? So Anita, I think she has already answered that question. It is a BSc degree, Bachelor of Science. Okay, so once it is a Bachelor of Science, BSc Nursing, or BSc degree, just as we put it, it is the same thing. Okay, so Bachelor of Science in Nursing, which is a bachelor's degree, or Bachelor's in Nursing, a bachelor's degree. It is a bachelor's degree program, okay, not a diploma, but the program is 3 years.
Yes, it's a 3 years program, but a professional degree, just to have in mind, it's different than the academic degree. So that's why it's not 4 years, it's 3 years.
Right. Emis, we also appreciate your questions, and then we hope you are clear with all of that. Yes, welcome, Mavis. So, are there other questions? If not, then I think we've taken more than 1 hour for this particular session. We really want to thank you for making some time for this particular session. You can share it with other people that you believe may be interested in taking advantage of this opportunity. As we, as an agency, we believe that out of the plethora of opportunities we have, the Serbian one is very lucrative, not expensive, and then visa is not a problem. And Serbia is positioned in a very great place in Europe where you can take advantage of many opportunities, right? So it is a great opportunity for you to take. From Serbia, you can really make a lot of explorations. And so we want you to also know that as an agency, we are going to be behind you and then take you through the processes step by step until you get to your final destination. Somebody is asking for the rent, groceries, and all of that. So, Anita, you can reach out to us, right? But then the other information I would like to give is that the standard of living in Serbia, it is not too high to the point that you will not be able to live, right? For the information that we have gathered, and then with our students who are already studying there, with just up to 150 euros, you can get a very approachable accommodation for yourself, and then the groceries between 90 to 150 euros per month. These are per month basis, right? Monthly basis, you will be able to have a very good living in Serbia, right? So yes, for more details, you reach out to us, and then we normally have a counseling session where we take you through all the processes. You understand each and every one of the items, right? So this is actually a meeting just to help you understand, interact with the university themselves. So the next and then most important work is going to be done right after this particular session. So thank you very much. If there are no questions left. Yes.
Mr. Roxon.
Yes, please.
It seems you didn't speak much on the public health program, or this webinar is for just for the nursing. You didn't speak much on the public health, masters in public health program.
Okay, so right, thank you for that. I believe that Ma'am talked about the public health, which is a combined program, that is masters in healthcare, which has a lot of elements of the public health program. So it's just more of a combined program for people with a background in health, right? So that program is there. However, she did indicate that the program is currently under accreditation. I hope, if I'm not mistaken with the input that I'm giving here, Ma'am, you can correct me. So currently, if students are interested, right, you can take the program. but they are accrediting it in English. If you start with the program, you are going to start the studies in English, all right, but accreditation process is ongoing and it will take some few months to complete with that, right? It has already begun. So we hope that by the time you even get to the campus and then you are starting your program, the accreditation is done. Basically, accreditation is not a one-time thing. It is an occasional periodic exercise that is done by the national bodies and international bodies just to ensure that the institutions have the right infrastructure and then also systems in rendering or offering some of the programs that they do. So yes, it is currently also running and then you can take advantage of the same. Yes.
Thank you.
Most welcome. So I believe we've exhausted most of the questions that you guys have, and we would like to continue backstage right after here. You can reach out to the contacts that we have shared in here so that we can also assist you as soon as possible, right? It takes time. The process of the admission doesn't take much time, but the visa takes time a little bit, right? It takes about 4 to 5 weeks to get the visa done based on the notification process that has to be done, the translation, attestation of document, and as an agency, because we also want the best for you, we do anything possible to liaise with authorities in Serbia just to make sure that everything is done for you on time, right? But then the period that we can give to you for the visa is between 4 to 5 weeks, right? So if you are starting now, just make sure that you have at least a month and some few weeks to get everything done, right? And then you can travel to Serbia, right? So from A to Z, we will be guiding you on all the processes. So at this point, if there are no questions left, then we'd like to wrap up with this particular meeting and then just be in touch with us. If we have other sessions to be organized on this, we will make it known to all of you so you can also take advantage of the same. So thank you, and then we wish you all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Yes.
Hello.
Bye.
Please, before we round off, I would like to ask two few questions, please. I'm sorry for the delay. For the BSc nursing, is there age limit for the program?
No, for our programs, there is not an age limit for all our programs.
Okay.
The important thing is the motivation, and age is not a limit.
Okay. So for a student who finished high school, secondary school, like 10 years ago, is it eligible to apply for undergraduate in nursing?
If you're interested and motivated to study, to change your career path, of course, you are welcome to apply. As I said, you need to pass an entrance exam in nursing, and that's the requirement.
Okay. Thank you for your clarification.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Liwitsa and Roxanne. Have a nice day.
Yes. Thank you, Tiwari. I think we couldn't give you the opportunity to speak, but in the next meeting, we will have you to also speak to the students as well. So thank you, Mom. Louise, we really appreciate the clarification given on this. And then thank you, everyone, for joining. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Anita has raised her hand. Please, Anita, message us privately, okay? So that we can continue from there. Thank you.